Todd Clemens, Okeechobee Livestock Market, and here's your weekly market report. Sorry we missed out last week, 4th of July. Hope everybody had a good vacation. Catch you up a little bit. Remember when we left off, we were having a send-off party for Matt Pierce, going out president of FCA. He did a great job. Thank you, Matt and family. And incoming president, Gene Lawless, is going to do a fantastic job also. We all had a party. We had a big old producer sale down at the Pier 2. We got those cattle traded. We started at 10. We got them all sold by noon. We had a lunch provided by Danny Sheffield. It was great. And then the band was really good. And so we partied and danced late into the night and had a great time. And thank y'all for coming out and supporting that. But anyway, back to the market. No market last week. So the trends would be from 2 weeks ago. And I didn't see much change in the market this week. Being off last week, we had some catching up to do. We had close to 900 Monday and right there around 1,600 on Tuesday, so a big week. We sold more cattle this week than we did this time last year, so we're catching up from being behind. Calf prices on the feeder side were pretty steady, which still, to me, is great. I mean, we're going to start getting into a lot of cattle, you guys. I mean, a lot of cattle are going to come to town, and with the supply increase and demand holding up the way it is in light of everything with the COVID and the meat processors and all that going on, I tell you, it's about as good as you could hope for. Even though it might not be where we want it, it's sure better than it could be. Back to those numbers on the federal inspected slaughter, the kills are back up over 600,000, and they're up there approaching 650,000 for the last couple of weeks. And actually, I was surprised to see that there's only been 4 weeks in the whole year of 2020 that we have killed more than 650,000 head a week. And that's a normal kind of a number. We've got a lot of cattle backlogged. And that's, as far as trends go, I still say that there's going to be a lot of pressure on the protein market. Hog market's down, huge supply of pork, a backlog of feeder cattle, fat steers ready to come out of the lot. We're still at 600,000 or 700,000 behind. We can't get caught up, but the plants are running. They're kind of running wide open, full speed, and the box beef cutouts have really come down from that high back there. Remember, we were talking about where box beef cutouts were $4.70 something cents, and now they're back down to just over $2, which is a normal, like pre-COVID price range, $2.10, $2.20, and choice box beef cutouts were $2.06, I think, yesterday or the day before. And with this huge supply of meat back there, the kills are going to be big. I think we're going to be looking at box beef cutouts at $2 or maybe even lower. And from what I'm reading, we've got to keep those prices down. That meat has to move at the retail level. You're going to see meat prices come down. You're going to be seeing meat offered as specials by all these grocery stores and all to get that product moved. We've got a huge supply of product. We've got to get through the end of the year, so that means more than 650,000 head every week for the next 20 whatever weeks in 2020 to get caught up. That's just to get current. So what's holding these calf prices? What's holding the prices? Well, these 500, 600 pound calves that are being bought now are going to grass, and then they'll end up in a feedlot sometime later on this year. So they're not going to be ready to come out or be killed until sometime in the first quarter or second quarter of 2021. So buyers are buying, maybe speculating that prices are going to be higher. Maybe the supply is not going to be as huge then. Inventory is going to be coming down, and so they're jumping out there buying these calves thinking it's going to get better later on. But in the short term, it's still going to be tough, y'all. I mean, let's don't kid ourselves. We've got this COVID thing is resurging back in Florida and Texas and Georgia or wherever, I don't know, but we're back at rates now that we were when it first came out. And for these calf prices to be where they are, I think we're just very fortunate. So I don't want to paint a bleak picture or be too negative about it, but just stay on top of the market conditions, because if the meat packing houses don't keep that kill up, and if there's any kind of sickness or closing down of these packing plants again, it's going to be serious stuff. But you know, that's the cattle market. That's where we are with that. You know, I'm still glad that we're in America. We're a free country, and we have a lot to be thankful for. A lot of people gave their lives for the freedom that we experience on a daily basis, and we need to be thankful and grateful for what we have and all. But getting back to the high prices, this week we had a little old calf from H.A. Smith. The calf weighed 200 pounds and brought $2.30. And on the slaughter cow market, and speaking before I get to that, we had some really good cows here that were preg checked, and they sold real well from Nilco Farms over there in Fort Pierce. David Neal did a great job with those cows. He had them preg checked and sorted out, and they came to town with the tag and the information in their ears, and boy, those buyers took on to them, and they did really good. So that was a good set of cattle, 60 or 70 head of them, and he sold a lot of calves with us this week too, and we appreciate your business, David. And you topped the slaughter cow price along with David Wilson and Graham Farms, and Nilco all had 67-cent cows, and they were bought by Florida Beef and Brown Packing. And that's your market report. Thank you.